Along with the head coach of the Hoover Bucks, that of course is Chip English, and we welcome those who are already here tonight. It might be a little loud for everybody, but we are here at Beef O'Brady's, and we're here every Wednesday night, and really we're rarely here the night before a football game.
Yeah.
But you have a game tomorrow night, Coach.
We do. It kind of worked out on the schedule in regards to having it on a Thursday night, fall break, the way the week fell. We were able to get all of our work in, so it's going to be fun and exciting for a earlier game.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that game in a moment, but let's reflect on what took place last Friday night. The Bucks went on the road and got their 4th win of the year, and put themselves even on the ledger at the in the region at Region 3 at 2-2 with a win over Oak Mountain 48-21, and matched your high water mark offensively that you had against Prattville earlier this year.
Yeah, good night overall. Came away with a win. Not as clean as what we would like, but honestly, when defensively you score 3 times, we just didn't have a ton of possession. So really proud of the guys, how they responded, and certain people stepped up at certain times, and people don't realize we had about 5 starters out last week, so for various reasons, but really proud of our guys, the way they stepped up. And, the season's long, and we want to make sure we're making strides each and every week, and I think they were able to do that last week.
Your defense was as much of your offense as the offense was. You scored 3 touchdowns off fumbles.
Yeah, defensive line-wise, our guys are just extremely they disrupt everything. And so when you have guys that can get back to the quarterback like they do, and then you have other guys swarming the ball, the Trey Sanders, the other guys, Joe Johnson. Just an amazing night up front for what we were able to do, and we're going to have to continue to do that. Justin Hartley had a great night getting to the quarterback. Jovan Pulliam, a great night getting to the quarterback. And so we're going to have to continue that play because we're definitely going to lean on those front guys to bring the pressure in the coming weeks.
We talked a little bit last week after the football game, and I said something about, well, you're averaging, your defense is giving up 21 points a game, but that's a little misleading in terms of how well the defense has played, especially when you had the 3 turnovers that you recovered last week.
Yeah, and honestly, listen, we always want to be perfect. We always want to shut them out. And so Coach Reeves and the staff has worked very diligently to make some of those corrections. And, with those starters being out, we had to shuffle a lot. Even right up before game time, we had to kind of hold a guy. So a lot of different parts, a lot of moving parts. I was really proud of the staff and the players for being able to shuffle around. Jackson Lassiter did an amazing job of making sure he can play corner, he can play star, he can play nickel, he can play safety. So just guys like that are able to kind of put it together. And, we did it last week, and we're going to have to continue to do it. Throughout the year, we understand depth is vital, and having to do that early in the year, I hope serves us well going down the stretch.
Coach, you got out to the good start, but then it turned out that the game really was closer at halftime than what the final score would indicate. Would you agree?
Yeah, unfortunately, we gave up 2 scores right there before the half, and unfortunate. We got to clean that up, and those are some of the areas that we need to make sure we're focused on, and we have this week in our preparation. So, sometimes it's not if we win, it's how we win, and we want to make sure we're continually getting better with that. So it did feel close, and give credit to Oak Mountain and their staff, but we got to clean a lot of that up. A lot of that was self-induced, if you will.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that stuck with me from last week's conversation here on the show was you talked about the fact that you do your game planning, but the other side does some planning too, and they made some adjustments that made that happen to make it a little bit closer at halftime too.
They did. They didn't panic, as far as Oak Mountain, and they ran the ball at times where we got to do a better job where we were kind of getting into that pass rush mode, and we were leaving some vertical seams, and we just got to do a better job of that. And we focused on that this week, making sure, understanding the situation, and it's not just pass rush all the time, right? We have to be run stoppers too. And so I fully anticipate us being able to do that in the coming weeks, especially this week where, Tuscaloosa County runs that triple option.
When I look at the Oak Mountain offense and I look at Hoover's offense, you have so many weapons, whether it's running game or whether it's the passing game, and so many different people. Kind of look like Oak Mountain. You could kind of key on two people, their quarterback and their running back.
Yeah, and thankfully we're able to kind of do some things. We're able to spread the ball around to key guys. But yeah, anytime that you can get a beat on what an offense is doing, whether it be with a running back or with their quarterback or wide receiver, we were able to do that. And Coach Reeves, his staff on the defensive side really works a lot of hours to make sure that they're picking up on tendencies and personnel and formation. So when those guys are out there, we're just going off of what we've already practiced.
Mm-hmm. Now, you have a shorter week this week as you have the game tomorrow night we talked about, and finally you get to go back home. And unfortunately, home hasn't been that kind to you. You're 0-3.
Yeah, we got to play better. I mean, that's the bottom line, and we're excited to get back in the house. It's senior night, and so we're fully expect the whole town to be rocking in the Met, and the seniors are ready to put on a show. So get back on the winning side of things there, because the very next week we have another big one. Yeah,
and playing at home with it being senior night, what kind of preparation have you done in terms of playing on a night earlier? You had to speed things up this week?
We did, and our boosters does a great job of making sure all the off-field stuff is taken care of, because it is a big night for those seniors and their parents or guardians to come out and watch them play. And, I tell the football players all the time, it's our job to coach and play football. We got enough support staff, and our administration and athletic department, they do a great job of making sure that we can focus on that. And everybody's done their part this week, and not only are we going to honor the seniors, but we're going to also play a really good football game, and so looking forward to that.
In preparation for the game, you lost a day. Rather than playing on Thursday, you play on Friday. What does that look like as far as your practice schedule this week?
Yeah, so really the big thing is, like today, we had to modify what we normally do on a Wednesday and on a Thursday. And so we cut down a little bit, and we also made sure we got our what we call mock game. And so I did that. And we also did a little bit more on Sunday. So instead of our run, we introduced some routes and some concepts that we knew we were going to take into the week. So really, even though we're playing a day earlier, the prep and the work was still there. So we didn't lose any part of that. And that's a credit to our staff and the way we structure things throughout the week.
Let's talk a little bit about Tuscaloosa County. They are a team that very, very young. I think they had 5 people take snaps at quarterback. All of them are sophomores. So yeah, they're very young.
They are, and Coach Bell does a good job with those guys, and he's had a track record of success every program that he's at. Not quite where he wants to be, I'm sure, there, but a quality program, and they have some, you cut on the film and you see number 1, number 5, number 4 on defense, number 8 on defense. They're making plays, so they're rallying, and they are young, so they're going to figure it out. And listen, every time somebody steps on the field with us, they're going to take their best shot. And so we're ready for that. We anticipate a very competitive game. And, we need to go out there and execute early.
They come in at 0-6. That's always a little bit scary to me when you have a team that you're expected to win against, and they come in, and, that's why you play the game, Coach.
It is, and I told the guys, I mean, we could look ahead 2 weeks or 3 weeks or all this kind of stuff, but the main focus this week is getting better and making sure that we're ready to play on Thursday. And the guys and the coaching staff has done a great job of making sure, hey, what's in front of us right now? You always tackle the problem closest to the boat, and right now Tuscaloosa County's up.
Okay, I am going to jump ahead past tomorrow night because you don't play Friday, and then there's a fall break that the students are going to be involved in, and they won't come back to campus till Wednesday. but you'll still have practice and so on and so forth. How does that change as far as what looks ahead? Because we won't have a show until next Wednesday.
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything. We might change our practice times maybe during the day or, slightly, but for what our preparation as a coaching point and as players, it doesn't change. So players will have off on Friday and Saturday, so they'll get a nice 2-day break. We'll come in on Sunday afternoon and have a little bit of a heavier practice than we normally do. Just if we gain a day, we need to gain one. And so our coaching staff obviously will come in Friday morning and knock out a lot of our stuff and our prep, and then deliver it to the guys on Sunday and be rolling.
I mentioned that you're 0-3 at home, and I didn't mean that as a knock on you. I just wanted to point that out. But you're a different team than the last time you played at home.
I definitely think we are. And we played some really good teams at home, and came up a little short in all of them. So we definitely have a bad taste in our mouth, and we want to prove to our fans we have the best venue in the country, and we want to make sure we're playing likewise. And so our guys are prepared. We've gotten better each week. Winning solves a lot of problems, and we're doing that right now. So we've got to continue to get better and have a good one tomorrow night.
Okay. You have some players here that they want to come up, and we're going to visit with them. So
yeah, Jeremiah Tabb's coming up first.
All right, we'll let Jeremiah come up. And while he's doing that, I'll tell you that we're at Beef O'Brady's, and we're here every Wednesday night. We start somewhere around 6:30, so that's when the coach can get here. And we want to tell you that Beef O'Brady's is just one of the best places you can come and enjoy the atmosphere, the good food. They have TVs all over the place, so any sport that you want to watch is on. They've got the National League playoff game on right now, and swing night, and so you can't beat that. So we thank good folks at Beef O'Brady's for letting us come in and do this every week. Jeremiah Tabb, how are you, sir? Yeah. You are one of my favorite players to watch. You have made some outstanding catches this year. Do you surprise yourself sometimes with some of the catches?
I do, actually. I mean, I surprise myself a lot, actually. Like, the one from Spain Park is a big surprise. I can't believe I came away with it myself, but, hey, I did it.
Yeah. And you lead the team in yards, in receiving yards, and you've not committed anywhere to play in the next level. You got to be getting some offers.
Right. Yes. So the offers has been coming in. I'm going to commit more in the end of the season. I'm going to let my season go past first. And, yeah.
Yeah. You are familiar with a guy named George Pickens who used to play at Hoover?
Yes, sir.
You've made some catches that are equal to some of the things that he used to do at Hoover High School. Have you been told that before?
I really have. I've been compared to him a lot. They say I kind of play like him a little bit, and I can see it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, you're a senior this year. What type of career are you looking for? Minus playing the NFL, of course.
Right,
but
right.
When you go to college, what do you want to try to study?
Architect. I want to be architect, so I've been looking more into that. Just because I'm more of a math guy. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to put that into architect, yeah.
Yeah. 6'2", is that right? 6'2"?
Yes,
How tall
sir.
are you? 6'2"?
6'2".
And what's the weight on it?
200.
200.
Yes, sir.
What's your 40 speed?
4.6. I haven't ran it since the summer, but
yeah. What's the key to making those type of catches that you've made?
Really, it's you just gotta look at the ball, just watch the ball. It's like hand to ball, so it's really I'm just looking at the ball the whole time, and it just comes in my hands.
You gotta concentrate.
Right, you gotta concentrate on the ball.
Yeah. Well, good luck the rest of the season, and hope you catch a lot more passes the rest of this year, and not just through the regular season, but into the playoffs. And hope you guys got a deep run in the playoffs this year.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to bring up and they're arguing about who it's going to be. Okay. We've had him on before. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right. This is Hunter Purdue. We haven't had you on before. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, Hunter, you have impressed your coach, I know, this year, and you've impressed a lot of people, and you just keep getting better and better every week. You feel that same way?
Yes, sir, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are you one of those guys that likes to make contact because you like to block, you do those things, but then when you also catch the ball, you're making contact a lot?
I don't know, just something I just always like contact. I don't know, just something I grew up liking when I first started playing football.
Yeah. Now, you're not as tall as Mr. Tab. What's your height and weight?
No, sir. I'm 5'8", 155.
Yeah, and what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior?
Yes, sir.
What's the plans for after high school?
Right now, I'm looking at 2 schools, North Alabama and Tennessee Martin.
Okay, and they're talking to you about playing there?
Yes, sir. I have a visit lined up this weekend at Tennessee Martin.
That's great. Good. Well, and what's your favorite subject in school?
Probably science.
Science?
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you may be pursuing after high school?
I'm thinking about majoring in physical therapy.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, what's your thoughts about the team so far this year? You guys have gotten better each game, and you're getting more involved. It's like you're kind of the possession receiver. It seems like when they need that first down, you're one of the guys they go to.
Yes, sir. I feel like the adversity that we've been going through is something that we really needed. And like these past 4 games, we just need to keep on moving on with that momentum that we have and take it into the playoffs.
Now, I know the team had a players meeting together. Were you part of the conversation, letting your team know that, hey, we need to get this on the right track again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I was.
What were some of the things you were talking about?
We talked about like our whys and why we play, and just a lot of the things like really with our mentality and like how we move.
Yeah, and that thing too, you got to be aware as a player of the history and the legacy of this program, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit how that's drilled into you.
Well, growing up, we were always winning, So I always wanted to be like that big-time Hoover player, go win state. Like that's always been on my mind. So that's just something that we've all been chasing.
That'd be a great way to end your senior year, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir. That would be lovely.
Now, you're going to get a couple of days off. You're going to be able to, Coach said you're going to get Friday and Saturday off. What are you going to do? Sit around just rest and heal up?
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to figure something out.
Okay. Hey, thanks for stopping
Yes,
by.
sir. Thank you.
Congratulations. We'll get the coach back in here. All right. We'll get Coach back in, and we're going to wrap things up here in just a second or two. Coach, you got to love being around these guys.
They're great. They're great. And those guys especially, I mean, they bring that senior leadership, Jeremiah and his playmaking ability. Obviously, Hunter Purdue brings a world of experience in the return game and's had big ones this year. He's topping out at around 4.4, so he can move when he gets the ball in his hands. And, but just the maturity. And the good thing the great thing that I see about our football team is, and I've been here long enough, over the last several years, you see them mature. You see them grow as people. And, to see the success start to happen on the field and off the field for those guys. Those guys are incredible in the classroom, incredible in the school. And when you see the total package, and we have a lot of guys that I would consider have the total package with grades, school, their social lives are in order. They respect their parents. And so it's really cool to see and be a part of when you have great players like that.
And that's a tribute to what athletics can do for boys or girls, young men and young women, because it's not a frivolous activity. It helps build.
No, it's very tough, and football's the same way. And so when you have an accountability tool like football specifically, it's not easy and it's not for everybody. So the guys that get through it and have success and grow from it, they're better people for it.
Yeah. And you talked about your support staff, and part of that is every week, I think, somebody hosts one of the category, whether it's the offensive line, the defensive line, and so on and so forth. And you got people at your house tonight, right?
We do. My wife volunteered last week she had the defensive line. This week she has the offensive line. And it's a great tradition that we have here at Hoover. It's called position dinners. So the night before a game, there's parents and people that involved that kind of volunteer to host or bring them, like tonight, the wide receivers came to Beef O'Brady's. And so just host a dinner. and it's just something to get away from the field, away from, sometimes the coaches, and just being able to bond. And that's so special about sports in general. So it's a really cool tradition we have here at Hoover. And but yeah, I'm going to go home to about 15 or 20 offensive linemen.
Yeah. All right. Well, feed them well.
That's right.
Well, we're going to wrap things up. We want to remind you that we'll be at the Met tomorrow night. It's been almost like homecoming again, and it is senior night, so you want to go out and honor some of these seniors who are playing their last, well, it won't be their last home game, but it will be the next to the last home game. They are back for 2 straight games at the Met, so that's going to be good. And they'll play Tuscaloosa County tomorrow night. We'll have the broadcast at 6:45. The kickoff is set for 7 o'clock. And we hope that you'll join us out at the Met and then watch the replay here on the NFHS Network. Coach, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, just really excited for the guys. As we get down the stretch right here at the end, it's about the longevity, and it's about finding ways to get better each and every week. Like I said, depth is going to be a factor, not just with us, but every football team that's still playing. So excited for the guys and looking ready to hit our stride right here at the end.
All right. Well, I think we have some highlights from last week's ball game. There were a lot of them, so watch the defense as they scored 3 fumble recoveries for touchdowns, and we'll let you end the night with that. For the coach, I'm Jeff Lloyd, and we'll see you at the Met on Friday night.
Go Bucks.
Let's go, baby!
What a beautiful night for football it is, as the Bucks are looking to get to the 500 mark in Region 3. They come in with a record of 1-2. That's the same record that Oak Mountain has coming in. Baccarella going to keep the ball over the left side, and he is going to fumble the ball, picked up and in for a touchdown. That's Sanders who picked it up. Freeman airs it out down the far sideline, is caught backing up inside the 5, and it's a touchdown, as it was Mosley on the carry. He's hit from behind, and he's sacked, and he fumbled the ball, and it's in the end zone, and it's recovered by the Bucks. Another touchdown. Have a keeper by the quarterback, and a touchdown by Freeman. And a running play straight ahead, and a touchdown. That was Cowley.
Look how pumped up he is.
Here's a fumble, picks it up, and as it's picked up by Hartley, and the Bucks have scored the 3rd time tonight on a fumble, and the defense has outscored the offense. Running play trying to turn the corner. This is Winston, breaks the tackle, now reverses his field. Now he cuts to his right, and he's going to get into the end zone. He ran about 35 yards to get 15 for the touchdown.
Big turnovers for scores. They feed off of that. So real proud of their effort. We got to start tackling a little bit lower and getting people to the ground. But, they flew around tonight, and it showed on the scoreboard. And each week we get a little bit better and a little bit closer, but we got to continue to strive for perfection. We're not there yet.